that there is a new movement to put your cell phone up.
Really?
Right. So, we all have our cell phones. We have our cell phones right here next to us on the phone.
That's right.
I've checked mine twice while you were setting up.
Okay.
One of the things I checked was that the Artemis 2 capsule splashed down
All right.
a few minutes ago. What the new trend is there are restaurants. There's one in Charlotte, North Carolina,
Okay.
that will not allow you to have your cell phone in their establishment.
Really? You can't have it in the building?
You cannot. Well, when you walk in and check in, this one in Charlotte, they have a little drawer, and they give you a key, and you put your cell phone in that drawer and lock it, and then you go sit down.
Oh, so you can't have it at the table?
You cannot have it at the table.
All right. And what's the purpose?
So the stated purpose is, well, they wanted people to stop taking pictures of food.
Really?
Yeah, and doing the whole Instagram thing in their restaurant. And
I wonder why.
I don't know. Our local hardware store does not like photographs taken inside the store. I almost broke that rule recently.
Well, we had an episode about that, remember?
I had a whole episode about that. So I think they don't want the whole Instagram thing going on in their establishment, where people are filming themselves or photographing food or doing social media posts while they're eating.
Okay.
And the other piece was that they wanted people to talk over the meal and not be looking at their phones.
Okay.
So we were ahead of our time.
Indeed.
If you listen to the podcast and you don't skip through the introduction says, that don't sound right, a podcast about talking the way we did for the internet.
Right.
So people have caught up with us.
Well, it's about time.
I know. I guess we're done.
So what should we do with our phones?
For the show?
Put it here.
No, I think you can keep it.
Well, that makes me think.
Cell phone establishment.
That makes me think about maybe there's some other places we need to do this.
Yeah. Well, they profiled several restaurants and bars that were doing this, and they each had different systems for how they would capture their.
There are others.
Yeah, there are others in America that are doing this, but there happens to be one in Charlotte. I can't remember the name of it.
All right. I'm sure it was in the second paragraph of the article.
Yeah, it's probably further into the article. And I'm sure there's, this the one I saw on this in the segment, they had an old antique apothecary chest with all these little different drawers that can lock. I mean, they made it kind of a fun thing to do. I remember one time you and I were at a thing for church, and they made us put our cell phones up.
They did?
I think so, yeah. Yep. Which makes sense.
Okay.
If you're going to be on a retreat or something like that, maybe during certain times.
I mean, I have been on a retreat where they asked you to leave your phone in your phone in your car.
Really?
Or they would collect it and lock it up for you.
Would they ask for your phone if you had it with you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They wanted you to unplug. It was part of the reason. Part of the thing is just to unplug, to get away.
Yep. Well, there's a trend for that, but I'm surprised that there are restaurants that.
I'm surprised.
I wonder if they are worried about losing business because of that.
Obviously not, because they did it. They went ahead and did it.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised that I can understand creating an atmosphere of where people are talking and not staring at their phones. I'm a little surprised about them not wanting for people to capture Instagram moments.
Yeah. The other thing with the pictures is that one of these places had film cameras available for you. So if you wanted to capture a picture of your friends, they would allow you to take a picture with one of these film cameras, like a Polaroid.
It's got to be a Polaroid.
Yeah, and then you could have a physical picture, but not a digital picture.
Right. Yeah, I wonder if people would understand the purpose of the disposable camera these days. I mean, you and I would.
Yeah.
But there was a funny clip on The Office where someone has a younger person has a disposable camera, and she takes pictures, click, 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 and then she's done, and then
she had no what to do with it.
She throws it in the garbage because it's disposable, and seems like that's a waste.
I hadn't seen that.
My wife's school, they have, every classroom has a set of cubbies where every student, as they walk in, they're supposed to put their phone in there.
Is it lockable?
No, it's not. It's not lockable. But I mean, everyone's in the room together, and they take it as they leave. So they can have it in the hallways. They just can't have it in the classroom. And that's to prevent cheating and distractions.
I did see a thing where they had a classroom where they had these little pouches that you could seal your phone in, and everybody had the little pocket for the
Yeah.
pouch
Yeah.
that went in. So maybe it's a bigger trend.
Well, I
I
mean,
realize.
schools, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It totally makes sense. You're hearing more and more about school systems banning phones in the schools. I don't know how they're enforcing it or where they have the students put their phones once they get in there. But it's the same kind of thing. It's distraction. It's kids not interacting with each other. It's kids interacting with their phones.
But this is a little bit like smoking, I think. Like, we had
that don't sound right.
Restaurants had smoking and non-smoking sections. Maybe we'll go to a cell phone section and a non-cell phone section.
Interesting.
They'll say, do you want a cell phone section or non-cell phone
that
section?
That is a good idea.
Or do you want first available?
That is a good idea.
Yeah, you just heard it on that don't sound right.
Really? I mean, because it seems a little oppressive to say, no, you absolutely can't have your phone in here. Right. Because let's say you have your phone. One of the reasons you have your phone is because the babysitter might call. Right.
Yep.
They might need you, or you go into this restaurant, you can't do it. So I like the option. I like the option of not having your phone.
But I think the whole thing about because I had like coworkers that said they had to have their phone on them at all times because of kids.
Right.
But that's a little bit of a myth, I think. Because you and I grew up with
nobody.
Nobody. Our parents would go out or go away for a weekend, and they had no way of getting in touch with us for days.
That's right.
And we were okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think there's a little bit of the babysitter's got to get in touch with us myth.
We had a babysitter not able to get a hold of us. She called the fire department herself. Fire department came.
Oh, for you?
Relieved the situation. No, my kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Fixed the situation. We got back. We didn't know the better.
But they were babysitting your children.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What happened?
They couldn't get him out of the swing. The plastic swing.
Yeah.
Couldn't get him out of the swing.
Panicked.
Call the fire department. Fire department got him out of the swing. We didn't know the better of it.
Yeah. So see, it all worked out.
It all worked out.
And you didn't have to have a phone at wherever you were at.
Probably didn't have a phone then.
Well,
there's a good chance I didn't have a phone.
Yeah. All right. So I think we're gonna do this. I think church would be a good place to not have your cell phone. I carry my cell phone in the church.
Yeah. I don't see that many people using their phone though.
I see I started carrying it because I have the Bible app on it.
Yeah.
So that's how I justified it.
Yeah.
But I have now started carrying my paper Bible again.
The big one.
Yeah.
The book.
Yeah. I started carrying it because my cell phone has distracted me during church before.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Like I've just kind of out of habit reached for it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right.
So that would be a good one. I think movie theaters absolutely should.
Yep.
Should ban them. Just because you don't, there's no good having a big bright light.
There's no reason. There's no reason to have it in there. There's no reason to have your cell phone in the movie theater. It's dark. You should be looking at the screen or looking at whoever you're with.
Right.
That's it. That's it.
Concerts.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I haven't been to many concerts lately, but I remember seeing just pictures of everyone holding up their hands, their phone, and what all they're doing is they're holding up their phones to record it, and it really kind of ruins the mood of the concert because all you see is a bunch of screens. And some people don't know how to do this. Right. Some people have the flash on, the light on, so they hold it up and it's they're flashing. This has happened at my kids' band concerts or orchestra concert.
People don't know how to record.
They don't know how to record it, so they hold it up and it's like this big glaring light behind us.
Right.
Or they hold it up, they hold it right in front of you. So I think that's another.
Merlefest is coming up in a few weeks.
Let's go. Is it next week?
And I go 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah. So go to Merlefest. Now I have been reprimanded for having my phone out during.
Really?
Not by friends, not by officially reprimanded. Because
what were you doing?
I was playing solitaire cash, and so you got to remember you've been listening.
For those are listening to the podcast. Yeah. I just stared at the camera like Jim Halpert on The Office.
And I'm not saying play that game. But I play a solitaire game, and you got to remember. I mean, after you've listened to 10 hours of music.
Yeah,
my mind tends to drift no matter how good the performer is. So a lot of times at night, I play that game at night anyway. And so if by the time we get into the waning hours, I will be on my phone for a few minutes. And I've had people like bum me like, "What are you doing?" I'm like,
Sure.
"I'm playing the game I play every night." They're like, "Yeah, but the
Yeah,
Amen Brothers
but
on stage." I was
you
like, "Yeah, no, I've seen them.
I've seen
I've been listening to music for 10 hours."
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah. So, yeah. So I've actually that would probably be a good place not to have it.
How about the bar? A bar.
Yeah, I think
I
if
can see-
you're out
I
there,
think-
you're friends with the bar.
Right.
Yeah, because again, people are taking, doing the Instagram pictures of drinks.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I
then
don't,
all
that's
that kind
not.
of stuff.
I don't know. That's a big.
Yeah.
I still don't. I still don't get that. But really, it's really to.
Yeah.
You want a bunch of people to just. Well, I guess if you're the establishment, you don't care what they're doing as long as they're drinking.
Right.
But if you want to set up the atmosphere of people
Yeah.
talking and hanging out, then
Right.
yeah, the phone stays there. There's a movie where this is depicted.
Really?
Yes.
In a bar?
At the bar.
Oh,
Top Gun
yeah,
Maverick. Remember?
Yeah, yeah.
You can't take your cell phone out at the bar.
Yep.
And if you do, you got to buy everyone a drink, and they throw you out.
Yep. Yeah. Now a lot of when I was backpacking, through the years I was backpacking, cell phones came into vogue, and I would not carry a cell phone while I was backpacking at first. I would leave it in the truck.
Yeah.
But then it became more of maybe a safety issue. You're like, well, if you've got it,
Yeah.
and so I'd put it in the pack and I'd cut it off, and I
Just
wouldn't
leave it
cut
on.
it back on until I
Right.
got off the trail. I do the same thing with a watch. I wouldn't carry a watch while I was backpacking.
Oh, really? Not a
No.
watch.
Mm-mm. Or I would take it off.
Do you carry a compass?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, I carry a compass, but that seemed like a good thing. Like if we're at a campfire or something like that, there's probably no reason to have
Your phone or your watch.
your phone or your watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I would go onto a trail, I didn't want to know what time it was.
Is that right?
Yeah. Now makes it a little tricky if you got to come out at a particular time.
Yeah, you would have to put it on. I kind of like knowing about what time so I could judge how much daylight I thought I had left.
Yeah.
Do I push on to the next campsite, or do I
Right.
go ahead and stop here?
Right.
That was kind of my rationale. I never really thought about not wearing my watch on backpacking.
Yeah.
I just always wore the watch on backpacking, but I don't wear a watch now. There it is.
Yeah. So I think we've probably covered most of the
Sporting events.
sporting events. Yeah, I would think most sporting events.
Again, it kind of ruins.
Focused.
You're watching, and all of a sudden
Right.
someone raises up their.
Right.
You're going to record that play.
Yeah. And why?
Yeah.
Are you going to go back and watch that play again?
Yeah, exactly. I also when I watch racing on TV, and I see people holding up their phone to record the car go by at 200 miles an hour.
Yeah. Well,
did you get it?
Yeah. Well, and
can you even tell what car that was? It was going by so quick.
I've got pictures from the Coca-Cola 600.
Yeah.
And it's that. I'm like, why have I got this blurry picture of Dale Earnhardt Jr. As he goes by?
Now I got a picture of my son with the racetrack in the background and the cars there. But
that makes sense. But I've got lots of blurry pictures of the cars going by.
Right. And it's not it's partially the sight of the car.
Yeah.
But it's experiencing the speed of the car and the sound of the car.
Yeah.
That's where the memory is. I mean, right now, thinking about it just brings chills that no picture could bring.
Right. The picture of you of your son is more important.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right. And then again, you're missing the action while you're trying to record the car go by. With sporting events, I quit recording stuff.
Yeah.
Just so because I was missing too much.
Exactly. Yeah.
A friend of mine who said that nothing ruins a special moment like a picture.
Right.
Right. And there's some truth in that. Like everybody's having a good time.
He means the act of taking a picture.
Yeah, right. Because everybody's having a good time. Everybody says, "Oh, everybody get together for a picture." And
yeah.
Gosh, now you got to do that.
That's right.
It makes a lot of sense. Also, to have phones is in production areas, like in work, like in a factory.
Oh yeah, right.
And I don't know, you have production areas too. I wouldn't want people on phones in those areas. I think people like to listen to music, so like they have their phone because their music's on their phone. Which I could see that. But again, if you have your phone on you, it's always a temptation to pull it out. And if you work somewhere sensitive, you don't want cameras in those areas anyway.
No. I don't know if you watch any of these TV shows that depict people going into the White House or into the FBI or the CIA, but
Yeah.
they have to they essentially have to put their phone in a locker
Mhm.
before they go into the secure area.
Right.
And they have to use a secure phone in the secure area. Their personal phone has to stay in the car
Oh, right.
or in a
Yeah.
locker. That's how they always depict it. So
Yeah.
anything that's, secret, security clearance,
Right.
stuff like that. Well, even where I work,
Mhm.
we are not allowed to take photos of where I work, of the inside.
Really?
And especially when we go to the shop, we're
Mhm.
building up the prototype trucks, no cameras. They even when we first started the project,
Mhm.
a project, they were so serious about it. They gave you a little piece of red tape, and you had to put it over the lens of your phone.
Really?
And they checked your phone for the red dot
Huh.
to make sure you were covered up.
Really?
Yep, because we did not want pictures of the new trucks leaking out.
Yeah. Well, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that makes sense. It's hard to do though because you become addicted to I become addicted to the phone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons I quit wearing a watch is I got to where I checked it kind of incessantly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was always checking my watch. And so the same thing with the phone. I feel like
Really?
yeah.
The
Like
watch.
Yeah, so if I have
Was it like a smartwatch or was it a
no, it
calculator
was a dumb
watch?
watch, and I just still incessantly
Just with
check the time.
just with the hands.
It was a digital watch.
Okay,
so,
well,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
flashing and
yeah.
beeping.
Right, yeah.
I wonder if you just wore an analog watch. If you
I've started. If I wear a watch now, it's an analog watch.
I wonder if you would still stare at it like that.
I don't. I think I'm out of the habit now.
Yeah.
Like when I wear it now, I don't. I only wear it like on Sunday.
All right.
But if I'm sitting like at a table or something, I've started where I turn my phone over.
Yeah.
Or put it down on the seat beside me, or do something else with it.
Not in your pocket.
Yeah.
You put it in your
Well, I
pocket.
guess I could put it in my
Put it in
pocket,
your
but I hadn't. I think we're ahead of the time, Peter, for talking and putting your phone
Well,
up
what
and
we
talking.
don't want people to do is to put away their phone and stop listening to us.
You need your phone to
But
listen to the podcast.
have you heard of that thing? Is you should give yourself a break from your phone.
Yeah.
1 hour a day.
Really?
1 day a week. 1 week a month.
Mm.
1 month a year.
The whole month? Wow. That'd be tough.
I think it'd be tough.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that wraps it up. Like I said, we were ahead of time. There's a restaurant in North Carolina. If you want to Google it, it's funny that our show is about talking, but the only way you can access our show is through like
a device.
a device.
Well, you can get it through a TV now.
Right, but there's no analog way.
There's no.
Unless NPR picks us up.
Yeah, NPR has not picked us up yet.
They haven't yet. I've pinged about everybody I can ping on LinkedIn.
Have you?
Yeah.
And
nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll keep hoping.
All right. Well, if this is your first time listening or watching us on YouTube, hey, thank you for trying us out. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button and subscribe button on the platform you listen with. For those of you that have been listening for all of these years and all of these episodes, Cecil and I thank you a lot.
All right, That Don't Sound Right is a production of TDSR Podcasts in conjunction with Campbell City Studios. Peter and I do all the hosting and background work and sound work. We have Giorgio to test our merchandise. Again, it's very expensive and very slow. Brent is our international brand ambassador. And as always, listener number one is
Scott.
So until next week, keep talking.
And stay curious.